What is up guys, welcome to another video. That Geeky Guy here, and today we'll be talking about the budget build for Katsu. So this is a ninja budget deck build which I'll be going over, and of course, as you guys might already read from the title, it would not be involving any type of majestic, super rare, legendary cards, so those are excluded. The maximum rarity we're talking about here are rare cards. So let's go here and change it into a list view. Let's take a look at the attack actions first and go through the different types of combo we'll be doing. Basically just two types of combo. So the reason for this is we don't want to have too many combos that clutters the deck. So the combo we're going for are the head jab, then open the center, then flush the fist. So as you can see here, we have 3 counts of the red head jab, 3 counts for the blue one, and then 3 counts of the red open the center, and then 3 counts of the blue flush the fist, and 3 counts of the red flush the fist. So the reason of this being 3, so the blue variant here, both for the head jab and the flush the fist, now you're going to see this type of pattern pretty common along this video for Ninja, or basically any ninja videos that I'll be doing. I guess this is a nice pointer to have, where blue cards with the value, with the cost of a 0 actually, is going to be quite common in the deck, because it'll be used to pay the cost for Kodachi, as Kodachi does require the card in the pitch zone to cost 0, so you get to go again. So that's the reason here why we don't have a blue open the center, and we have the flush the fist and head jab of the blue variant. So that's a better choice to go along. So we have one chain of combo here from head jab up to flush the fist. Now the second combo we'll be running is the leg tap combo. So if you look here, if you manage to run the head jab combo successfully, you'll see that you are paying a total of 2 costs, which comes from open the center. So you pay 2 and you get to deal about 3 and then 6 dominate and a flush the fist for 5. So that's the best case scenario. You'll be dealing, let me do a quick count. Here is 5 and then here is 6, so that's 11, and then we're doing about 14 damage as a chain if you manage to pay 2 for the cost and you manage to get the combo pieces, which I'll be explaining in a bit. Now also we have the leg tap here, which for the cost of only 1, you'll be dealing 4 damage and you get to go again regardless if it hits or not, so that's added value. And then we have Rising Knee Thrust, the red variant here, 3 copies, and then we have the blue variant, 3 copies. Once again, same pattern. Blue variants with the resource cost of 0, we're going to use the blue variant of it to pay for our Kodachi in case we're gonna go down that route. And then finally we have our blackout cake. Once again, do notice that whatever that has the cost of 1, I do not put the blue variant into it, which I feel is the right way to go, and it's also something that I learned from my playgroup. So those are one of the advice that was given. Blue with the resource cost of 0, once again, it's good for Kodachi. Now if we scroll down here, we get to see we also have a copy of the Soulstrike, 3 copies of that, just because it's 0 and we have 4 and it gets to go again upon hit. So that's pretty useful, and your opponent most likely would want to block this. Now in order to block this, they'll be using perhaps one attack action, because most attack action has a defensive value of 3, such as you see the one in the Soulstrike, or they might need to use their defense reaction just to prevent you from going again. Now we have the blue variant here, once again good for Kodachi, 0 resource cost. We have the Wounding Blow here, 3 copies of the blue variant, good for Kodachi, and has a defense value of 3, which many players kind of miss as they're too focused on the damage, but they forgot to look at the defense value. Once again, Wounding Blow, 3 copies, blue variant. It's because it's 0 resource cost and also it blocks for 3, so that's pretty good. And then Snatch, just an overall good card. If it hits, you get to draw a card. Drawing a card is always good for Ninja. Either you want to use it, play it into your arsenal, or use it to discard with Katsu's ability. Once again, do be reminded that Snatch doesn't have go again. I'll be going through some of the equipments that you can use in order to let this go again. We'll be looking at equipments in a bit. So we have Salt the Wound, which is yellow variant. Once again, for each attack that hits this chain, it gets to deal 1 more. So let's say both of your Kodachis hit, you get to deal 4 damage with a cost of 0. So it's just an overall useful card. And you can even use it to pay for the cost of Kodachi since the resource value is 0. So that's pretty useful. The only yellow variant that you see in this build. Next, we have Drone of Brutality. Just the utility of having to put it into the deck, bottom of the deck instead of the graveyard, so makes this a pretty useful card. 3 copies of that. And finally, Scar for a Scar. In case you have a life lower than your opponent, you get to go again. And if it hits, you can trigger Katsu's ability. So that's pretty nice. Let's take a look at the attack reactions. One obvious choice here, since most of our attack action cards cost 0, 1 or less actually. We get to +1, and if it hits, this attack goes again, so that's pretty useful. Lunging Press. You get to use it to pay for the cost of Kodachi or any other cards in this deck, and you also get to +1 for your any attack action card that you're doing. So these two is going to be our attack reaction. While non-attack action, we have Plunder Run. Play it from your arsenal, you get to draw a card, and you also get to +3. If possible, do try to play it from the arsenal, and it costs 0. So it's a great utility card where it helps you to draw cards. And our defense reaction, we have Sink Below, just in case you have to block some damage from those pesky attack reactions from the fellow ninja or any other warrior decks that you want to block the reactions with. So Sink Below also lets you to change your cards. Let's say if you have a card in your hand that you do not need, you might want to change it with another card. You put it down at the bottom of your deck, it lets you draw another card. Flick Flag, just a great ninja defense reaction. You get to block. Let's say your opponent is the type of deck that goes wide. They like to attack with a long chains of attack. Flick Flag is going to be useful. Play Flick Flag. Then you get to block with another, let's say a combo card, and it adds in a defense value of 2. As you can see here, if you defended this turn, which is a combo, it gains +2. And then we have Unmovable here. Unmovable is a sideboard option. You might have to remove it depending on your matchup. So against Warrior, you might want to play this just to defend against the high number of damage that comes from Dorinthia. And then finally, Fate Foreseen, just another defense reaction, lets you opt the top card and lets you put it down to the bottom of the deck depending if you're looking for a certain combo. So these are some of the defense reaction. I would suggest removing Unmovable depending on the type of matchup. I would suggest to use it against the decks such as Warrior. And then we have the weapon, the usual Harmonized Kodachi. And we have the equipment here, which is Breaking Scales, just an overall great card. You can use it to +1 against let's say you are attacking with a combo card. You might want to break these Breaking Scales and add +1 just for the utility of that. And then you get to block by 1. So it's an overall good card for Ninja. We have Hardened Cross Trap. If you have trouble paying for the cost of any of the cards that you have, you might want to play this. Though do remember, do not use this to pay any of the combo cards, and it does break the combo. Let's say you want to play what's a good example here? Let's say you want to play Leg Tap, and then let's say you played Leg Tap and then you play Hardened Cross Trap because you want to pay for the cost of, let me see what's a good example. Alright, let's say you play Head Jab and then you break this in order to play Open the Center. The Open the Center does not get the combo effect as the previous action would be this. So what you want to do is use this to pay for the cost of things like Leg Tap instead and save from there. So do not use it in the middle of a combo chain. So that's an advice. And then we have Iron Rod Helm just to block damage, and then we have the Null Rune Hood. So depending on matchup, you'll want to swap this with the Iron Rod, and then if you're against the Rune Blade or Wizard, maybe you want to put this in. And then finally we have the Snapdragon Scalers. just to gain go again. So let's say you're playing Snatch and then it hits, you draw a card and then you're gonna break this and then basically let Snatch to go again, or any other combo cards that you want to see here. Let's say you're starting off with Open the Center and you do not have Hate Jab. So that means Open the Center does not have go again. This is the cost of 2. Let's take another example. Let's say you're playing Rising Knee Trust and you do not have leg tap, so you do not have go again. What you want to do is break Snapdragon Scalers and then play Blackout Kick. So you do benefit from the combo chain of the Blackout Kick, although you're starting from Rising Knee Trust instead of leg tap. So always remember that whenever your attack action hits, remember to trigger Katsu's ability here. Discard a cost 0 card. In this deck, we have a bunch of cost 0 cards such as the Soul Beat Strike, Wounding Blow even, you can discard it just to look for a combo card in order to ramp up your damage. Now let's take a quick look at the sideboard here so we can get a quick look at the cards. So these are our attack reaction. We have Sink Below, Flick Flags, and then three red head jabs, 3 blue head jabs. Once again, this is the common pattern here, except for one playset of the Salt the Wound, which is of the yellow variant. So if you guys have any question at all, I'll be linking the deck build down in the description below. Do check it out, guys. Like, comment on this video. Let's discuss about the different budget build we can work with Ninja. And thanks for watching, guys. Do subscribe if you find this video to be helpful. See you guys in the next one.